What on earth is going on with Star Wars, Epic Games and Disney right now? They just announced some mega deal that has a lot of us confounded. So let's try and dig into this and see, is this actually a Star Wars game? Is this something we should be excited for? What is this actually? In case you missed it, Disney basically announced that they are investing $1.5 billion into Epic to build a all-new games and entertainment universe, which will feature characters and stories from Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and more. So what does this mean? Games and entertainment universe. So I figured we'd try to read through the actual text and see what we can digest from this. Because obviously most of us think about Fortnite. Fortnite is pretty much that games universe where you can create a lot of custom stuff through your custom build system, and obviously they have skins from so many franchises including Disney such as Star Wars or Marvel inside of Fortnite. So is this just a glorified Fortnite expansion? I'm not really sure, but let's take a look of what they actually say about this. Disney and Epic Games to create expansive and open games entertainment universe connected to Fortnite. So right there in the title, it definitely sounds like it's connected to Fortnite. The Walt Disney Company and Epic Games will collaborate on an all-new games and entertainment universe that will further expand the reach of beloved Disney stories and experiences. Disney will also invest $1.5 billion to acquire an equity stake in Epic Games alongside the multi-year project. The transaction is subject to blah 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 legal stuff. In addition to being a world-class games experience and interoperating with Fortnite, the new persistent universe will offer a multitude of opportunities for consumers to play, watch, shop, and engage with content, characters, and stories from Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, Avatar, and more. Players, gamers, and fans will be able to create their own stories and experiences, express their fandom in a distinctly Disney way, and share content with each other in ways that we love. This will all be powered by Unreal Engine. So yeah, this is vague as hell, and I don't really like the wording of this. Play, sure, yes. Watch what? Shop. The fact that shop is used as a selling point of whatever this project is, it basically sounds like it's gonna be Fortnite, but maybe more tailored with obviously more characters from Pixar and stuff that aren't currently in the game, but also that you're supposed to have more creative freedom, as it's obvious that Fortnite wants to move away from not just being a battle royale. Shop, are they just talking about the skins here, or are they gonna sell like characters in this game that you can then use in your own experience and stories? Because that's also been a big focus on this, that you are, like you can see here, be able to create their own experiences. So I'm thinking maybe you can get all the Star Wars characters, set them up in some type of event, game, scenario, mod, whatever you call it, and create some cool custom stuff. That actually does sound like it has some serious potential for cool stuff, because if we have the full control of it ourselves, we could make it Star Wars only, even if it isn't necessarily a Star Wars game. But there's a lot of ifs and buts here, so I'm like cautiously excited for it, but we know so little about it that it's hard to say. They also did mention watch, and I saw this tweet saying that content of Disney will be watchable in Fortnite. I'm not sure what the source is on that specific quote, but I'm hoping that doesn't mean that you can like go into Fortnite, go up to a big screen and watch like the latest episode of The Bad Batch or Ahsoka. Because, you know, that would just be weird. Like, would that be a way where, okay, you don't have to play for Disney Plus, you can watch the episodes here? I don't think that's the case, what they mean with watch. But this seems like it's more than just a game. It's obviously a universe of some sort that I think is basically Fortnite on steroids. I also want to bring up, for those of you who don't know, this sounds very similar to Epic's recent collaboration they did with Lego, because in 2022 Epic received a $2 billion investment split between Sony and Kirkby, which is an investment company helmed by the family behind Lego, which then resulted in this launch of the survival game Lego Fortnite earlier this year, which was, to be honest, honest, a big success, and even though I haven't played it, I've heard nothing but good on it. So this seems to be the similar thing. Lego invested to make a Lego game in Fortnite. Now Disney are investing to make basically a Disney universe in the game. I don't think this is just gonna be a shit ton of Disney skins in Fortnite. That's not what they're doing here. But I'm kind of curious, worried at the same time. But let's continue reading a little bit on what they say. Our exciting new relationship with Epic Games will bring together Disney's beloved brands and franchises with the hugely popular Fortnite in a transformational new games and entertainment universe, said Robert A. Iger, Chief Executive Officer of Walt Disney. This marks Disney's biggest entry ever into the world of games and offers significant opportunities for growth and expansion. We can't wait for fans to experience the Disney stories and worlds they love in groundbreaking new ways. I mean, obviously a huge investment, and this could turn out to be really cool, but seriously, why aren't they just making their own Star Wars multiplayer game? Like, that's all I'm thinking. You're spending $1.5 billion. Do you know how many Battlefront games you could make for that? Yeah, you're back on Battlefront, but one multiplayer game focused on Star Wars. And if you wanna see something quite funny, go to the official Star Wars tweet, not EA Star Wars, not Battlefront, just the official Star Wars account about this, and you scroll down, and you can ignore my GIF, of course, but Battlefront 3, Battlefront 3, Battlefront, Battlefront 3, Battlefront 3, Battlefront 3, Battlefront. I mean, it goes on and on. It's pretty damn clear what people actually want. We want something to replace Battlefront. It doesn't have to be Battlefront, just to be clear. We want something multiplayer, Star Wars, and I don't think this is gonna be it. Maybe, just maybe. I'm just thinking in my head here. If they make this so free that we can build whatever we want, and Fortnite does, to be honest, have a pretty good shooting system. I do enjoy the zero build mode. So if I could build my custom mode inside of this game where you can only play as Star Wars characters, it's gonna be kind of a Star Wars multiplayer game, and I will definitely try that out if that is how this works. But again, it's way too early to say because they are being so vague with what this actually is. Considering it is a $1.5 billion investment, it seems like it's gonna be something bigger than just some expansions to Fortnite. Even though obviously Lego spent $2 billion for their Lego Fortnite mode. So kind of tricky to say. But let's continue down a little bit in the text. Disney was one of the first companies to believe in the potential of bringing their worlds together with ours in Fortnite, and they use Unreal Engine across their portfolio. Now we're collaborating on something entirely new to build a persistent, open, and interoperable ecosystem that will bring together the Disney and Fortnite communities. So they keep going back to Fortnite here. This will enable us to bring together our incredible collection of stories and experiences from across the company for a broad audience in ways we have only dreamed of before. Epic Games' industry-leading technology and Fortnite's open ecosystem will help us reach consumers where they are so they can engage with Disney in the ways that are most relevant to them. This is what makes me a bit interested, that it seems like it's going to be built in its foundation like Fortnite, kind of. But I mean, again, the survival mode with Lego Fortnite is quite different from the main game Fortnite. This might be even more different, where we can actually build our own stuff. So that does make me a little bit excited, because if I can mod up some crazy Star Wars stuff in this that's still officially licensed, gets updates, isn't just a mod that a few people play, it could be cool. But again, I'm not sold. It's not really what I wanted. I just wanted to say, oh, we spent, I don't know, $100 million for a Star Wars multiplayer game. That's probably enough. But no, they're doing this a little bit too vague metaverse stuff instead. We also continue a little bit here talking about how they're deepening the Epic Games and Disney relationship, saying that Disney and Epic Games have engaged hundreds of millions of players through Fortnite content integrations, season collaborations, in-game activations, and live events, including the Marvel Nexus War with Galactus, which drew more than 15.3 million concurrent players. And yeah, the speech from Palpatine before Rise of Skywalker also. Great idea, really great idea. Unreal Engine is used to produce assets and content across the Disney portfolio, including in the development of video games like Kingdom Hearts 3 and Star Wars Jedi Survivor, in cinematic editing and animation for film and streaming, and in the creation of more than 15 Disney Parks attractions like Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. This all builds on Epic Games' participation in the 2017 Disney Accelerator program, which seeks to impact the future of technology and entertainment. So I mean, yeah, Survivor is built in the Unreal Engine, and that game is great. So maybe they're even gonna bump up the fidelity a bit and make it less Fortnite-y and less cartoony, even though that might not be the goal of this. I'm just hoping that we are gonna be given a lot of creativity here, because I don't think they are gonna make the Star Wars games for us, obviously. Yes, we do have a bunch of single-player games coming up that I'm really excited for, but they don't seem to be willing to create that multiplayer Star Wars experience that we're all screaming for. Maybe we have to make our own, and maybe this is the project that gives us that opportunity. But that's about it. Then they're just talking about the success of Disney and yada yada. Nothing that actually relates to this new project. I also saw this tweet which kind of further strengthens my hopes. I don't know really if this is just their details reading the same article I just read you guys, because so far I haven't really seen any interviews done regarding this. But in this tweet he does indeed say collaboration aims to create new games and an expansive entertainment universe, so on. So maybe this is gonna be basically the platform where we can make our own games, which could be pretty cool, to be honest, as long as they do add all the Star Wars characters. I mean, there's obviously quite a lot of skins from Star Wars in Fortnite now, but not nearly like enough to make a Star Wars game. I mean, not as many as like Battlefront or Jedi Survivor or whatever. So they would have to add a lot of just content to this, and I hope it's not going to be like, oh, do you want to make a Star Wars game? You have to pay $5 for each Star Wars character you want to have in it, you know, some shit like that could be really toxic. But what do you guys think? This is very vague, it's very new. They have done a good job with Fortnite. I mean, if you exclude the fact that it's not a Star Wars game that we wanted, just Fortnite per se, they've done a great job with it. The new Lego stuff seems to be fantastic. I kind of enjoy Zero Build a lot, and I enjoy the Star Wars skins. It's not a Star Wars game, it's not what I'm asking for, but it's something. So what is this? Is this gonna be something that will be interesting for a pure Star Wars fan, or is this gonna be more like, oh, I like everything Disney? Hard to say. I am, however, gonna follow this very closely, and if you guys like me to, I will make more videos on this, as I like diving deep into these kind of projects and trying to figure out what they actually are and what's in it for us, simply put. Anyways, if you guys are enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Star Wars gaming, and let me know in the comments below what you make of this project. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.